Welcome back. You with Jared from Learn BC. We're on the Finance 101 series, sub-series Fixed Assets. We're in SOP-2 talking about posting a fixed asset acquisition. How do we do it? What's the way? We'll take you through it. Now, before we get too far into this, you always in a SOP need to understand the context and the rules. What is the trigger? What is the precondition? And what are the key principles that we're walking to? Then let's step through the procedure. Okay, now that we understand good context, get a visual cue. We'll go through the practical for you. In the outcomes, make sure you understand the exceptions, what happens when things go wrong, and the post conditions, what happens when it goes right. Now, we would appreciate if you could like, share, subscribe to our channel, help us build it. If you can email us at how@learnbc.today, and we would love to hear from you and help you in your business, in your practice with thriving in the use of Business Central. Let's get started. Fixed assets, we've started with the introduction. We've gone into how to create a fixed asset. Today is about how to actually acquire a fixed asset. So this is the finance team authorized by the finance manager. The trigger is fixed asset has been purchased or constructed, and the acquisition cost must be recorded in Business Central. So the preconditions is the fixed asset card is fully set up. We've already done that. I created the fixed asset in the last video. You've got the SOP-01 there for that. The depreciation book is assigned with GL integration enabled. The acquisition cost and vendor details are confirmed, and the purchase order or vendor invoice is approved. So you're effectively got all your ducks lined up there. So the key principle here is two acquisition methods. Business Central supports two methods: the purchase order or purchase invoice when acquiring from a vendor with a supply invoice, or from the fixed asset journal for internally constructed assets or transfers. So the fixed asset posting type must be correct. You need to make sure that it says acquisition costs, otherwise this won't work. And to do that on purchase invoice, you need to personalize and add in the fixed asset type onto the line and make sure it says acquisition. That being said, the GL integration is required. GL integration must be enabled on the depreciation book before proceeding. It's already done, so it's set up here. Critical warning: on a purchase invoice or fixed asset journal, the fixed asset posting type must be set to acquisition cost. Okay, if it's maintenance and you've not acquired the asset, you're going to have a problem. So what does it look like? So number one, open up a purchase invoice. Okay. Number two, enter the vendor details, go to the line and select fixed asset. Put number three and enter the fixed asset details. Select the asset that we created in our last SOP, okay, quantity of 1, and verify the fixed asset posting type. So we're going to go have a look at that. You're going to have to personalize your purchase invoice to be able to see that. Then you post the invoice. So it's pretty straightforward. Step 1 to 6, and you're done. And then it will show the asset as acquired. Now, exceptions here is the fixed asset posting type is set incorrectly. If you posted it as maintenance instead of acquisition, the cost hits the P&L instead of the balance sheet. The reverse the posted invoice journal and repost the correct type. So issue number 1. Issue number 2, the GL integration was disabled during posting. The fixed asset subledger will update, but the GL will not. Okay, so there's that good old gotcha. You've got to make sure that your ledgers always reconcile, so the setup is important. Asset acquired in a previous closed period. Post the acquisition in the current open period, but set the fixed asset posting date to the actual acquisition date. And you can do that on the line, and we'll show you that as we're personalizing the invoice to show you the way that you can do that. Now, the post conditions being the acquisition cost is posted to the fixed asset ledger entries. You get a corresponding GL entries are created, the balance sheet's updated, and the fixed asset card shows the correct book value. The asset is now ready for periodic depreciation. Let's go take a look in Business Central. All right, straight into purchase invoices. I'm going to create a new purchase invoice for Fabricum. And I can't see on the line the fixed asset details because it's hidden. You need to go into the cog or the gear up the top right hand corner and click personalize. And yours may look like this. You need to click the more, and from here click the add field over on the left, and it's going to give us fields that are on the whole page, but we need to go down into the line, the red section, and click on it, and then we get all of these fields that we can bring into the page. So first things here, I'm looking for FA. So the fixed asset posting type, and I move my mouse and click show, and then I can click the posting date, same deal, and fixed asset posting date. And we click done, and we have now on the line, as we scroll over, we should see fixed asset details. Now, the line says item at the moment. We're going to change that. We change it here by clicking the down arrow, click on fixed asset, and here I should see a list of fixed assets, and I made my tractor Model A in the last video. I select that, and let's say we've got a quantity of 1, and this cost us 95,000. And I tab over, and you can see the options here. We have acquisition cost, maintenance, or appreciation. It must be acquisition cost. And I've got a vendor invoice number, and let's just pretend that we've received that invoice. We would have gone and uploaded the invoice into the attachments. It's been approved through the relevant workflow approvals. That's not the point of this demonstration, but here we have ourselves an asset, and by default, it's going to take the posting date, but I could take this and roll backwards to a prior, there we go. I could go back to a prior month to turn around and post that asset in that prior date. So I'm actually going to clear that and use the posting date there. Let's go preview the posting and see what happens. So preview posting. There we have it. We have a general ledger entry, 2 of them that are created. You can see here the actual purchase and then the transfer out to the vendor ledger. So that's cool. Then you've got the vendor ledger entry, the GST entry, and you can see the fixed asset entry just here that is on the subledger for $95,000 for that asset. So right now, if I go into this fixed asset and I drill into it, it's going to show me the book value is 0 and it's ready to acquire. Okay, we're going to go back and post this invoice. Post it, yes. All right, do you want to open the invoice? No. I'm going to close back to my home screen and search fixed assets. There it is here. I've got my tractor, and here now I've got a book value. If I click on that, it's going to show me the fixed asset ledger entries, which is what constitutes the value of this particular item. And that, my friends, is how we post to acquire the fixed asset using a purchase invoice.